everyone, welcome back to
Unknown,
Unsolved
Unseen.
Triple U.
Welcome back, guys, to episode. Oh, let me actually pull up the file. Episode 17 of the podcast. Woo!
What is the next milestone we have to hit?
Well, I'd like to hit 20. 25 is going to be cool because that's a quarter of the way to 100. 26 is half a year. And 23 is statistically where most podcasts give up.
Yeah, that was what I was looking for. So 23. So we have this episode and then 5 more.
Yep.
And then we can give up.
No.
I'm kidding. I like doing
we
this.
keep going. We tough it out.
I don't want to be a statistic.
That sounds so awful to say.
Well, wouldn't be the first time I said that in my life.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to move on. It's great to have everyone back, whether you're coming back or this is your first time. This is not the best first episode in my opinion, but if it is, welcome. First, I just have a few brief announcements. First off, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins AHL hockey team will be having their Carbondale UFO game on April 12th. We plan on going to that, so it's going to be nice to see the Carbondale's UFO play instead of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an interesting game, and we're going to try and get a hockey jersey if possible. But, yeah.
Or at least like a t-shirt. They got to be selling some kind of merch.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to get some kind of Carbondale UFO merch. So that's the first thing. Also, on the same day, there's Cryptids and Curiosities happening in Hagerstown, Maryland from 12 to 5 p.m. We'll share it on our story on Instagram in case anyone listening is interested. If you are listening past April 12th, 2025, then you're too late for both of these events. That means you should be listening to our episodes earlier so that you get the timely scoop on this stuff.
We should be thankful that they're coming anyway.
Yeah. And then a final one that actually I just saw right as we were starting the episode, didn't put in the script, but on January 31st at Booby's Brewery, the same Booby's Brewery we wanted to go store with and mentioned multiple times before, we'll be having Katrina Weidman there for a paranormal presentation and a paranormal investigation. So she is featured on Paranormal State, Paranormal Lockdown, and Portals to Hell. So if you're interested in seeing a speaker like that doing a paranormal investigation, January 31st at Booby's Brewery. I believe tickets are online. We can share that one also on our story, so expect to see that on the week of the 13th of January. Alright, so then I think that's it for announcements. Sorry for taking so long, Sage. So today, instead of going to some country or state in the world, or even off this world, we're going to go somewhere else. Deep underground to the hollow earth.
We're not going out of this world, we're going in it.
Which Sage also kind of spoiled on the Van Meter episode that we would be covering Hollow Earth soon.
What?
You mentioned, oh yeah, aren't you doing Hollow Earth soon or something like that during the Van Meter episode? So we're talking about caves. And you spoiled. And you spoiled it for everyone.
I'm sure that you're the only one disappointed.
I bet the fans are outraged.
I'm sure. Let us know if you are.
So, first, what do you know about the Hollow Earth theory, Sage, besides what's in Godzilla and Kong movies?
Well, that takes a lot of my knowledge out.
Would you have talked about that?
I mean, that and Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Which I do bring up in this episode.
Those would be like...
Have you actually read or watched the movie?
Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the one that has Josh Hutcherson in it.
Yeah.
And The Rock.
Is The Rock in that?
I'm pretty sure it's The Rock.
Hold up, let me take it.
Or he might be in the new one. And Josh Hutcherson's in the
Oh, wait, there's Journey to the Center of the Earth, and I think like Journey to the Lost Island is like is a one after. Let me see. Journey to the Mysterious Island, that's the one with The Rock in it.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, I forgot that there was a sequel. I didn't put that in my thing. Grant's not to
Oh
the
yeah,
center.
it's what's his name?
It's not to the center of the
Brendan
earth.
Fraser.
Who's in the first one?
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, good actor.
The
Mediocre movie in my opinion.
the Blu-ray DVDs or Blu-ray disc is on Thrift Books for $5.39.
On thrift books.
Yep.
That doesn't sound very book
No,
for thrift books.
it doesn't.
Thrift Blu-ray.
Thrift disc.
All right. Well, you ready to get into this then?
Sure am.
Oh wait. So yeah, besides the movie, you know nothing else, right?
No, not. Yeah, no.
Okay. So for starters, all my sources can be found in the episode description in case you're curious on where we got our information. My search history is kind of cooked after this episode. Sometimes I hate searching shit like this up because my search history has stuff like Hollow Earth Nazi, Nazis in the Earth, Nazi Hollow Earth, Nazi Agartha, and I'm like, man, someone would just see this and be like, what is this guy on? And I'll be like, I had to do research.
That's funny.
So let's dig into this one. See what I did there?
Ha 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 ha.
Wow, very authentic laugh. That was a real laugh. So, for one quick starter, sorry to all the flat earthers out there, but if this theory proves true, then the earth isn't flat.
Oh no, all my dreams are shattered.
So the idea of a hollow earth goes back a long way, usually entwined with mythology and the ideas of the afterlife.
Really?
Yeah, well, think of it this way. Typically, in a lot of mythologies, the idea of a hollow earth relates. Well, it's not like a fully hollow earth because a lot of them didn't have the conception that it was a big sphere. But think of it, the idea of the underworld, the afterlife. You see this in Roman, Egyptian, Mayan, pretty sure Norse, and Greek mythologies. Whether it's Tartarus, the Duat, or Hell. But what if there truly is an underworld?
I don't know. What if there is?
I don't know, but we're thinking of one not filled with the souls of the damned or the souls of the dead, because a lot of times it relates with the bad people who die and the good people go up, or some it's everybody goes down and it's divided down there. But we look at those, and those are more in a symbolic way. But what if we're thinking in a more scientific and true way? Well, the theory that the Earth is a hollow shell dates all the way back to the 17th century.
Oh wow, I did not know that it went back that far.
I'm not surprised it went back that far. Um, Specifically to an English astronomer, Edmund Halley. Same person that Halley's Comet is named after.
If anybody listens to rock music, there's a song by Shinedown called Second Chance where he mentions Halley's Comet.
But doesn't mention the hollow Earth.
No.
Only
No,
goes
he
after.
said, I just saw Halley's Comet, she waved. Said, why are you always running away?
Halley's not a woman.
Yeah.
So, in the 1690s, Halley came up with a theory on the hollow Earth. His theory stemmed from studying the Earth's magnetic poles. And at this point, which I'm quite surprised with, in the by the 1690s, it was known that they could shift, and it had already happened before in the past.
Oh, okay.
I thought, I can't believe we actually figured that out by that point. He believed that because they changed, that the magnetic poles weren't connected to the outer part of Earth, and it must have been connected to a subsphere inside the Earth. He believed that there was up to 3 layers before there was a solid core in the planet. He proposed that there was a chance of life in each layer if there was light and atmosphere present. So he didn't say there's definitely life. He said under the conditions that light and atmosphere are there.
Okay. I guess I'm just confused how light or atmosphere would even be able to make it.
That gets a bit loosey-goosey in the next stuff.
Okay.
but we'll get to that. So some places then like to point to 17th century mathematician, I think, because I think he's French. Would it be Leonard or Leonard? I was going to say Leonard Euler, who is said to have supported the hollow Earth theory. However, looking further into it, it appears he was just actually a critic of Halley's idea of a hollow Earth. So he really isn't a supporter of this theory. So you get conflicting sources on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that before researching other things where people like support something but then twist it to
Yeah.
be like their own narrative kind of thing.
It sounds like he was against it, but people twisted it into making it sound like his support. And the more I found, the more was against him supporting it.
Okay.
So the next big name for the Hollow Earth comes in the 1800s. John Cleves Symes Jr. Say that 3 times fast.
John Cleves Hyes Jr.?
John Cleves Symes Jr.
Oh, John Cleves Symes Jr.?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try. It's gonna be. I have to cough already, and it's gonna make me cough 10 times worse.
I wrote this name down, and I'm like, huh, funky name. And then as soon as I say it out loud for the first time, I'm like, yikes. So, he was a soldier and veteran of the 1812 War and a scholar. In 1818, he published Circular Number 1, where here he made his declaration. He declared that the earth is hollow and has life within it. He helped popularize the idea of a hollow earth, and he pledged his life to proving the theory as true.
Okay.
So there is a written declaration of him saying, like, I pledge my life to this.
Okay.
So he was dedicated to this. I appreciate being dedicated to the bit. So Symes theorized that there were openings at each of the poles that led directly into the Earth. I've seen them referred to as the Symes holes, so that's where I might refer to it as later. There'd be one in the north and one in the south. So he believed there was plenty of vegetation and wildlife within the hollow Earth. He also believed that not just Earth, but other planets were also hollow, just like Earth. So, like, it was the default for planets.
Okay.
So, instead of flat earthers being like everything's flat or all the things outside of Earth are real, he's going full force, hollow, 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 it all hollow.
Okay.
Your brain, hollow.
Probably.
My brain, also hollow.
Also hollow. Yep.
So he would gather more believers and then try and take the theory to new levels. They would lobby Congress in the 1820s to fund an expedition to the Hollow Earth. A daring attempt and a daring escalation of the theory. Back then, I think it was considered close enough to something that you could, potentially see as a real scientific thing. But what do you think the result of their lobbying was?
I honestly have no idea.
They never got funding.
That, tracks.
Yeah. So, no funding. Womp womp. Sucks to be them.
No funding?
No funding?
Okay, Frank and I know I'm pretty sure we've made this joke on here before. But there's like the meme from a couple years ago.
The Megamind
meme. It's Megamind, and like every chance we get, we say something like in the Megamind face.
We'll like tilt our head, raise our eyes, and do the no bitches face. But we go
no funding.
No funding.
No funding.
Like, it will be the simplest thing. Like, if we're at the grocery store and they don't have garlic bread, I go, no garlic bread!
No tortilla chips?
No tortilla chips for 3 weeks in a row?
No garlic bread for 3 weeks in a row? Get your shit together, Giant.
We finally got garlic bread and tortilla chips yesterday.
We only bought 2 boxes, but I wanted a third. Frank wouldn't let me get it.
Do you see our freezer after we got that 10.5-pound pork loin?
Yeah, we did get 4 bags of tortilla chips, though.
Yeah.
So we're set on those for 2 weeks.
Those don't have to worry about the freezer. The freezer, we need to use more food out of that. That's where we're doing breakfast next week and all this other stuff this week.
Okay. Alright, continue.
So, aside from that tangent we had there, let me go to where I was. So, there are written out plans about Symes, what he would want for his expedition. So, this plan include getting 100 brave companions. They,
100.
yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah, it is. They would head to Siberia in the fall and take reindeers and sleighs across the frozen ocean, across the ice to the North Pole. They would then return in the spring after the expedition.
There was not another place that they could make it to the North Pole from.
I guess that was the easiest. I
Going
feel like
through Siberia was the easiest.
that's what he said.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, imagine if they went up there and didn't find the opening to the Hollow Earth, but instead found the man himself, Santa Claus, Kris Kringle himself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Hollow Earth is just a front theory for the fact that Santa Claus is actually real and all his elves are at the North Pole.
Yep. They want you to believe there's a hole up there. Well, actually, no. There's Santa's workshop with all the elves.
Yeah.
You know,
And
another
somehow we landed at
another Santa Claus
Santa.
connection by me. I did write down yes, another Santa connection by me in my thing.
That's funny.
How could I pass up taking reindeer up to the North Pole to find the flat Earth to the North Pole and not bring up Santa?
You couldn't, which is why you didn't.
Yep, that dang Santa Claus, Kris Kringle. What if they went up there and there was no Kringle?
Kris Kringle this bitch. I don't know.
Where'd that come from?
I had literally just said I don't know.
All right. So he kept lobbying for this until his passing in 1849. His work would go on. Some of it continued actually by his son.
Okay.
Not much said about his son in a lot of things, but just that he kept it going. So before we go off Symes, there is a fun fact about him. He has a hollow earth monument after him. It's one of those tall obelisks, like the Washington Monument, but not like that big, like one you'd see at a grave site.
Yeah.
And on top of it is a hollow earth, like an earth with an opening in it to a hollow inside.
Oh my gosh. Where's this at?
It is in Ohio.
Why Ohio?
He might have been from there. I didn't check that.
Where in Ohio?
Hold up. Let me see. Let me see. The John Cleves Symes Jr. Hollow Earth Monument. All right, Hamilton, Ohio.
Okay, where is that?
Let me see where Hamilton, Ohio. No idea where that is. Like, was he?
Okay, let me look it up because I wonder how close it is to my brother. Can you imagine if we told my brother that we were gonna come visit him and then it's all on the guys that we're gonna go visit this statue?
So, wait, no. He died in 1820.
Okay, it's not that far.
Are you serious?
Okay, it's not that far. It's literally maybe a half an hour or maybe 20 minutes north of Cincinnati.
Man, you're just doxing where your brother lives. Grant, Cincinnati's a big ass area.
He's not in Cincinnati though.
Oh.
He's farther away from Cincinnati, but it's we should do that.
Okay, so also, correction, he died in 1829. I guess one of the sources I saw had a typo.
What's his name again?
John Cleves Symes Jr. He did die in Hamilton, Ohio, so that makes sense on why the monument's there. He was born in Sussex County, New Jersey.
It's the Hollow Earth Theory Monument.
Yeah, or monument of John Cleves Symes Jr.
Oh my gosh.
Did you find a picture of it?
Yeah.
What do you think of it? Is it what I described?
Yeah.
See, it's like an obelisk-looking pillar thing with a hollow earth on the top.
Monument was erected in the mid-1840s by Americus Symes to mark the gravesite of his father, Captain John Cleves Symes. The restoration is a bicentennial gift to the city of Hamilton from Historic Hamilton Incorporated. It was dedicated March 13th, 1991. And there's a bunch of people who gifted money towards it.
You know what? That's something I maybe gift money towards.
That's so interesting. Oh my gosh, it's all fenced in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
you can't trust people. So is that on our list of things to check out?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What, you just gave me a side eye?
It's not that far from Toby.
I can't believe that.
He's been trying to get me to visit him.
Yeah, we're going to get there. Like, hey, we're here for the Hollow Earth Monument, not you actually. So, see ya.
We can cut this part out in case he hears it.
He'll know we're joking.
I don't know if he will.
Does he listen?
Actually, I don't know.
Hey, Toby, in case you're listening, hi. If not, then whatever.
Maybe we'll see you and the monument.
So, going back to the episode, because that was like a little tangent there. That's our second tangent today. But there was somebody who was interested in the theory going on. Apparently, and this is up for debate, the sixth president of the United States of America, John Quincy Adams. Apparently, he was a supporter of science expedition, and he wanted it to happen. He was going to fund it. So this was getting close to funding, but never came to fruition under him because Andrew Jackson would take the presidency after him and cancel the expedition.
Wow.
Yep.
Rude.
So close. So close. But people kept trying and kept lobbying Congress for an expedition, and through persistence, it kind of worked. In 1936, Jeremiah Reynolds successfully lobbied Congress and got funding for it. Now it is unknown whether their belief changed or they just kept the idea secret because the mission went to the South Pole instead of the North and looked for other things like trade and whaling, and it was in like national pride and whatnot. So no mention of the Hollow Earth, but there's some who speculate that they actually originally did it for that, and that's part of their expedition.
Okay.
They never did find an opening down there, and that was probably an earlier expedition to Antarctica, and Antarctica is fucking huge.
Antarctica?
Antarctica.
Okay.
So, it is large. They probably just found a bunch of penguins instead.
Penguins.
So, the theory continued throughout the 1800s, even influencing works of literature. Oh, I have it written here. Are you familiar with the author Jules Verne?
No.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think so.
He wrote 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh.
So, Journey to the Center of the Earth is originally based off a book
Yeah, no,
of the
didn't
same
read the
name.
book.
The book was published in 1864. I have a copy of it downstairs, but I have not read it yet. When the characters make it to the Hollow Earth, they end up actually finding prehistoric life such as mastodons and pterodactyluses.
Was that in Ice Age?
Which one?
Wasn't there an Ice Age movie about the center of the Earth?
Yeah, they go down underground and there's a hollowed area with a bunch of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's in my pop culture section, so
Oh.
spoiler alert.
Might be. We can talk more about it later.
Yeah. So, then there's one other name in the Hollow Earth theory around this time. This one's interesting. Cyrus Teed. Teed is an interesting fella. He was an alchemist and pagan healer. He got this theory from a very reliable source. He got it from spiritual enlightenment from the divine motherhood, where he got Hollow Earth theory.
It sounds a little bit like, what did you call it? What kind of source?
Trust me, bro.
A trusted source?
No, wait, I don't.
How did you describe it when you said
A reliable source?
Very reliable. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like reliable in quotations.
It's like that meme where it's like, "What's your source? I made it up." Yeah, or trust me, bro.
Yeah.
So from here, he learned that the Earth is actually an inside-out sphere.
Oh, what? That doesn't even
make sense. It took me a while to figure this out. Like, I had to read this for 30 minutes on like 2 nights ago to understand what he was talking about. Okay.
Well, like a sphere is only one shape.
the whole universe is actually within a hollow rock. So we are already within the hollow Earth. So if I'm reading this entirely right, we are
Okay.
currently living inside the hollow Earth in this theory. So, like, if you thought of a sphere, instead of us being on the outside, we're in the inside of it. So
Mm,
it's like a concave thing. Like, so if I were to theoretically look straight up, all the way across from me, past the cloud and sky, would be the other side of the Earth.
yeah, no, I can conceptualize it,
How are you trying to figure out how it would work?
but I wholly disagree.
Yeah, I kind of do too. So Teed eventually started a commune too, so like a cult called
Oh
the
my god.
Koreshan Unity.
They
This
always
commune,
do that.
yep, this commune would teach the theory of Hollow Earth along with celibacy and a bunch of other things. And they were located in Florida. They would eventually try and like do this weird test to prove their theory right, and allegedly they proved it right, but it was like complicated because if you actually broke it down, they did not prove it right.
Alright, that's too much for
Yeah,
my brain.
the test got confusing, so I did not write it down, but I'm just letting you know it happened.
Okay.
Don't care what the details are, but I'm just letting you know it happened. So Teed would pass away in 1908, which would result in most of his commune breaking up. However, like Symes, there's a historical monument to this group, like the Hollow Earth Monument too. It's part of their original test they did to prove the Earth was hollow. Well, we were in an inside-out sphere.
Okay.
So instead of saying inside out, we're more just in the inside of one. But the entire universe and his thing is inside here with like the sun and the moon in the center, and I'm pretty sure all the stars and stuff is like reflections from the other side of the Earth or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright. No, thank you. I don't agree with this, but alright.
yeah, I didn't like this one either too, but it's brought up a lot. So others also kept this theory going. They teed one, including leadership in Nazi Germany. So Nazi Germany comes up a lot in Hollow Earth, but this one's a bit of an offshoot. Luftwaffe, um,
What?
in Nazi Germany, it's Luftwaffe, which is their air force. Um, Pilot Peter Bender was a promoter of this theory.
Okay.
I know it gets crazy, and that's about it that I have on that. Actually, also on this version, gravitationally, this is like impossible based on what I could find. Like, I mean, I don't know how gravity would work like that because like we're all kind of like attracted to the Earth and the core of it. But in this case, we're inside the Earth, so wouldn't we like be sucked up into the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it conflicts with all of our theories of gravitation.
Yeah, and like what do they expect that this is correct and every other
Yep,
like
we just don't under-
mathematist in the world, mathematician?
we just don't understand gravity correctly, and all the physicists are wrong. So as the years went on, and the theories of what may be in the Earth began to grow and divide into many things, the idea of that we're actually inside the Hollow Earth kind of died out. A few things helped the other Hollow Earth theories grow. Sorry, I can't words. But so it's like the nowadays theories are about like the Earth itself is hollow and we're not already inside it.
Okay.
So we're back to that idea.
Okay. These ones I think I can conceptualize more.
Yep. So first thing I want to mention before I get into some of the crazier stuff, Marshall Gardner created a model in the 1900s that had an interior sun inside the hollow Earth, and he actually patented this model. So there's a patent in the U.S. system. It is patent US 1096102A for a hollow Earth model.
I mean, get your bag, bro.
I don't think he got much bag, bro, from this. So now we're going to move on to a figure that some of you may be familiar with, Admiral Richard Byrd. Most people just know him as Admiral Byrd. Do you know anything about him?
Nope.
Man, then you have gone down some crazy rabbit holes.
Well, I do tend to spend my time not going down Hollow Earth theories.
Oh no! He is not as much. He's kind of known for his Hollow Earth things, but he's known for crazier shit.
All right.
So, let me find my spot in my notes. So he is well known in a few conspiracies about ancient aliens, aliens in Antarctica, Nazis in Antarctica, aliens and Nazis together, and the Hollow Earth.
All right.
So he is, your multifaceted guy. Multiple of the topics that I just brought up there are all valid for their own episodes. Some they'll be mentioned a bit in this, but like this it's its own topic. Half this stuff.
Okay.
So most of these conspiracies around Admiral Byrd are right around after World War II, but the Hollow Earth stuff actually takes place before and after World War II. So the interesting claims about Admiral Byrd is, so first let's get with the alleged facts. And I say alleged facts because part of this is debated. In the 1920s, Byrd was part of expeditions to both North and South Poles, where he flew over them. I say that this is an alleged fact because some actually challenge that he ever did this in later years. But it's still, by his journal entries and what, like, the military, because this is under the Navy, he did this,
Mm-hmm.
have published, he did actually fly over these. But some people even dispute that.
Okay.
So the actual facts are disputed, and we haven't gone to the crazy stuff yet.
Okay.
So, um, where we get into the funky stuff is that it is alleged that, sorry, hold up. Oh man, I really messed up my notes here. So yeah, we're going to get into funky stuff. As per usual, I'm going to use the word alleged for all of these claims about Byrd. So it is claimed that when Byrd flew over the North Pole, he saw the entrance to the Hollow Earth and the entrance to Agartha.
What like a fitting name?
Agartha
No, bird
for flying.
for
How
flying.
do you think they spell it?
BYRD.
Yeah. Wow, you're smart.
Thank you.
Your head
Agartha, though, is a very interesting name too.
your head might not be so hollow.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, do you know what Agartha is, Sage?
Nope.
Well, it's the legendary city that is inside the earth, or maybe legendary land. City and land is a bit debatable because of another fact I mentioned. It is considered a utopia, a paradise, where anyone would love to go. Apparently, the capital of Agartha is Shangri-La. Have you ever heard that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's a whole nother tale. Some believe the people of Agartha are superhumans, said to be able to live thousands of years in physique and intelligence as well. They're superhumans. If I'm not mistaken, prominent Nazi leaders were set on finding Agartha and believed that that's where the Aryan race came from.
Oh, that's racist.
Yeah, there's like, I didn't realize when I started searching this one that like Nazis come up a fair amount in Hollow Earth.
I don't know whether to be like, yay, we're not the only country that thought Hollow Earth existed, but being on the same wavelength
Well,
mentally.
well, it looks like the funding for this like these Hollow Earth expeditions, whether it's flying over the poles or that expedition before, it was not done to prove the Hollow Earth, but was to like actually do actual expeditions.
Okay, because I was like
That
concerned that we were on the same
from what
wavelength as the Nazis.
I'm seeing, the Nazi leaders actually, some of them actually believe this.
Well, they also believed in a lot of other things that were not correct.
Yeah, yeah, Nazis are not good.
No.
So back to Bird. He published. There were journals published by him after his expeditions. These were published in the 1990s. But apparently, there were secret journals too about the Hollow Earth and Agartha that were not published and secretly released by others. So, this alleged secret diary talked about his visit to the Hollow Earth in 1947. This was part of Operation High Jump. Operation High Jump has so many things to it about aliens and Nazis and us fighting the aliens and Nazis, or us just fighting aliens, or us just fighting Nazis. And so that stuff is a whole different episode sometime in the future. No idea when, but Operation High Jump is wild.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. So, let's see where it is. So in this visit, he writes about his experiences. Once he got through the opening, he found a whole different environment. So this is in the South Pole. The temperature was 74 degrees Fahrenheit, way different than the polar temperatures, and rolling green hills all around. He was flying with someone else with him. So they were directed and guided to land the plane and did so. Bird and the other man were referred to as Surface World men by the people down there. They were
Wow.
talked to because the recent droppings of the atomic bombs.
What unique name for them.
What, Surface World men?
Yeah.
They technically were Surface World men and women. Actually, I'm
Hmm.
Surface World man, you're Surface World woman.
I'm a surface woman.
Greetings, fellow Surface World person.
Greetings. I
Just do
come in
that.
peace.
Do that at work. Be like, greetings, fellow Surface World person.
I think that I would have to get my own therapist. So.
So, with them talking to them after the apparently because the atomic bombs being dropped, this is like a similar to why some people think the aliens crashed in Roswell. Taking it back to episode 1.
All right.
So, um, wow, I just have a random line here that's an incomplete sentence. I don't even know where it goes.
I've done that before.
Yeah, it says he would go back. No, he would be back, and I don't know what that's supposed to.
He'll be back.
But Bird would then meet with the Pentagon and was ordered to never speak of this to anyone. Keep his lips zip tight, shut. Nothing comes out. So he would pass away in 1957, and his journals would come out in 1996. That's the year it was. So nearly 4 decades later. But those are the journals of actually what happened. The secret journal apparently was obtained by some people in this time too.
Okay.
So all of this is debated, and none of this can be confirmed. There is one line that Bird actually said. So there is this one line that Bird actually said that people latch onto that people latch onto, and he said it in 1947. Bird states, "I'd like to see that land beyond the pole. That area beyond the pole is the center of the great unknown." Not a totally clear quote, and I can see why it's open to interpretation. Can be taken multiple ways.
Okay.
What do you think of the quote?
Hmm.
Do you think it's a Hollow Earth quote or just him just talking about exploring the world?
It sounds more like exploring the world.
That's how I took it too, but who knows? So after Bird, I couldn't find any other notable people who had any groundbreaking ideas or went to the Hollow Earth. Um, that like there's some people who wrote books in the recent years, but I haven't read any of them, nor did I look too much into them. So if you're ready, would you like to get into some of the theories that have arisen over the last couple of decades of what actually is in the Hollow Earth?
Yep.
We are currently at 40 minutes. Well, with some editing, we're at 41, probably at 40 or 39. So scientists will tell you that the Earth is made up of rock, solid and molten. The core itself is molten, but what if it's all a lie? By, oh my god, I meant to write by big science, but I put by bug science. But what if it's all a lie by big science and there's really a whole different world down there?
Oh my gosh.
So, any preference on what theory you want me to go over first?
No. You go
Okay.
for it.
So then I'm going to go over one of the crazier ones first. What if within the Earth are some of the worst people ever? Nazis that escaped to the Hollow Earth after World War II that are refugees from the war.
Okay, so the theory is that rather than them, or instead of the majority of them escaping to Argentina, they went
Well,
to.
some escaped to Argentina. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying, but
the
they're
other
saying
ones
the other ones.
escaped to the Hollow
Alright.
Earth to live in Agartha.
Okay.
And what if even one of them was Hitler?
Ew. Thought he died.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's dead at this
Well,
point.
he's definitely dead by this point, but his death is definitely a debated topic. I know that's on your topic list eventually. So, it is believed that some of Hitler's top advisors were believers of Agartha and potentially even Hitler too. It is theorized that they had an expedition to find the entrance to the Hollow Earth in Agartha at some point. So after World War II ended, many Nazis escaped Germany. It is believed that some of that many, and I've said earlier, maybe even Hitler, escaped to Antarctica into one of the three things: a secret Nazi base there, a secret alien/Nazi base there, or to the entrance to the Hollow Earth and to Agartha. Those are your three options.
Okay.
All of them crazy. So first, it's reported that a German U-boat was sent to the Earth's core by Carl, like piloted or sailed. I don't know what it'd be because it's a submarine, but by Carl Unger. I think that's how you say it. It's the Unger. It is there where he found Rainbow Island and met with an advanced civilization. And I'm assuming because it's Nazis, it's probably called the Aryans or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that is apparently how the Nazis got into contact. So this is then where Admiral Byrd comes back into this. So because Operation High Jump in 1946-1947 happened, it is believed that because this was a military operation, because it's run by a navy, it's believed that it was an operation to fight the Nazis in Antarctica. And some claims that there were Aryan-like superhumans piloting UFOs, also helping the Nazis fight off the American forces.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I don't know.
UFOs, Nazis, American Navy.
I feel like there's too many things involved.
And this is why I said Operation High Jump can be its own episode, because the Hollow Earth in most theories is not included, but it is one of the theories that that's where the entrance was and that's what the Nazis were defending.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very realistic things.
Totally.
So, let's get to the next thing. Besides that, because that's really as far as the Nazi thing goes, that they might still be down there, or they might have went to the Hollow Earth. Next thing is, are there aliens in the Hollow Earth? So some believe that aliens have been inside the Hollow Earth, which kind of goes back to Dolce Base, another episode, where some alleged aliens have been living underground for thousands to millions of years. Typically, it's believed it's in like the DUMS, deep underground military base perspective, where they have bases underground. But some take it a step further and say that they either originate from the Hollow Earth or took residence up there. Oh yeah, we're getting into more fringe out here. So, it's believed by some that the Anunnaki, or better known as reptilians, created humanity and live within the Hollow Earth. There's a whole lot of other non-Hollow Earth things to unpack, and we'll need to do that some other time. But to summarize, so I don't go for too long, reptilians made humans. They may potentially eat our babies for sustenance. They use propaganda to keep us breeding. The Catholic Church and banking groups suppress this information and keep trying to prop us up with having more kids. They use disguises to walk amongst us, and a lot of this is dripping with blatant anti-Semitism. And I would be doing an injustice if I didn't mention that last part, which is why I don't like talking about the subject too much. But a lot of the reptilian theories have a lot of anti-Semitism at its roots.
Well, it's usually the people who believe in those theories are the ones who are usually anti-Semitic.
Yep, and then they typically point at a certain group of people as being the reptilians.
Yeah.
Which I think is very uncalled for, and it's all crazy. So, sorry if you believe in that, I'm trashing it, but I mean, if
Maybe
you need,
don't be at this podcast.
yeah, if you need anti-Semitism for your theory, I hate to break it to you, Chief, but this ain't the place to be.
Yeah.
So, next theory that we're going to move on to is that there's a race of giants in the Hollow Earth. Sometimes they're the same people of Agartha, sometimes they're different. But I think the size is typically like 12 feet tall people. There's a claim out there that there was actually a guy who lived with a family of giants in the Hollow Earth for some time. They had similar foods to us, but just larger. Like a grape for them is the size of a peach to us.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So their grapes
Yeah.
are peach sized.
What, like, why is that?
That's just the only thing he actually like compared to one other thing. Like the table was colossal. The a single dinner serving was a lot of food, could feed the guy for a week. But the only thing that had a direct correlation was a grape and a peach.
I'm just confused. Like, do you remember when we went to the Pennsylvania State Museum and you were telling me about why, like, there was a period of time in history where, like, all the insects were really big?
Yeah.
It had to do with, like, extra oxygen, right?
Yep.
Like, could that be an explanation for this kind of thing?
I don't think in this case.
Okay, I was just curious as to, like, why the grapes are peach sized.
Now, oxygen levels and animal size do have a correlation, but it's not always super clear, and some animals have it more than others. Like, for example, we breathe through our nose.
Well, we should breathe through our nose.
Our nose or mouth. But
I snore, so I breathe through my mouth.
But, a lot of bugs breathe, like, through their skin.
Ew.
Like, they have, like, stuff on their skin that, like, takes in the air. And because of that, the more air there is, the larger these can be. But the larger they get, they need more air, like oxygen, in the atmosphere to take that in, because they have a limit on how large they can grow.
Mm-hmm.
So the time period where they got big, there was more oxygen, so they could take in more at a time. But their skin, like, if it gets too big, if they get too big and there's not enough air, they cannot breathe.
Okay.
So, next claim is, I saw that some say that Viking colonists actually found the entrance to the Hollow Earth, and some of them moved down to there and have been living there for generations since. Not much else besides that.
Okay.
So, the last thing is, there's also ideas that there might be prehistoric life down here, similar to what we see in Journey to the Center of the Earth, whether it be dinosaurs or prehistoric mammals. I would love for this theory to be true, because I would love for there to still be living giant ground sloths, or maybe even like T-Rex or Triceratops. That would be way cooler than hiding Nazis in the Hollow Earth. I want giant ground sloths and dinosaurs.
Who's the Ice Age Smilodon?
Diego.
Yeah, maybe there's some Diegos down there.
Maybe, who knows? We'll learn that in... Hold up. We'll learn that in 4 episodes. Just a hint. And at 4 episodes, we might be going over Smilodons and other saber-toothed cats that might still be around. And that's going to be a really good episode.
Woo!
So, so far we've seen that Nazis, Agarthians, superhumans. I wrote Nazis again.
Very important that we all know that Nazis are in this place, probably.
Vikings and maybe even giants are within the Hollow Earth. Yeah, so I wrote. So far we've seen Nazis, Agarthian superhumans, Nazis.
Really had to emphasize that. I'm very confused how all these different people ended up down there. But yet, we can't.
I am too.
Prove it.
Well, apparently the government suppresses it, is what they say.
Well, that would surprise me.
Whether it's a reptilian government or the bankers, or I don't even know. Both those theories are kind of dripping with anti-Semitism too, but going forward, so to get to the Hollow Earth, it's a bit difficult, as there's either 2 or 3 entrances. The 2 that are typically agreed upon, there's one at each of the poles. There are the Symes holes, and some claim that there's actually one in the Himalayas, hence the legend of Shangri-La, which is in the Himalayas, and Shangri-La being the capital city of Agartha.
Oh.
So apparently there are guards that will stop just about anyone from entering here, unless you are welcomed in, like whenever Admiral Byrd and Carl Unger got permission to come through.
Wait, is the Himalayas? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How close is that to the pole?
Neither. Not close.
So how can it be the capital?
But it's underground in Shangri-La.
It just happens to be under the Himalayas.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just confused. I was like, how did we...
I'm also confused. I'm going to be honest. I did not enjoy this episode as much as I thought I was going to when writing it. Like halfway through, I'm like, man, this stuff is just not as exciting as I hoped it would be.
Yeah.
Like my last episode, that was what was that again? Van Meter Visitor. That was a lot of fun. The one before it, Dolce Base, that was also a lot of fun. Kitty Cabin Murders was fun, and not like a bad way. Like I thought that was an interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, I would call it interesting before I would call it fun.
Sorry, it was interesting. Smurl Family Haunting was also interesting to talk about because I like trashing the Warrens.
Me too.
But this one, not as interesting in my opinion. So back to this. That's what I have for theories of the Hollow Earth and what may be inside if it's true. Now let's get into some of the explanations of what may truly be down there. So, so let's see some of these scientific explanations on why it is believed that the Earth isn't hollow. So I found a good listing of these on Ultimate Globe, so I'm going to present it in the same order they did. A lot of places also mention these reasons, but it's just had it in the same order, and I don't want to be accused of plagiarism.
Okay.
So here are the 5 main points. First is seismic waves we get from earthquakes. So when earthquakes happen from pieces of the Earth's tectonic plates shifting, seismic waves are able to be recorded and felt across the world in a way that reflects that the Earth has a thick crust with a molten core. So for this to occur, you have to have the Earth to be like solid, not hollow, for us to be able to track seismic waves like this.
Okay.
So this wouldn't be possible in either of the Hollow Earth models, especially the Inside Out one.
Okay.
So the second thing is gravity. As stated earlier, the model proposed by Teed just cannot work with the gravity we know today. So unless we're totally wrong about how gravity works, then Teed might be right. If so, I blame Newton. But for the other models, the gravity we experience directly correlates with a molten core in the center of the Earth. The gravity inside of a hollow Earth would be a lot more intense inside there. And also the theories, and I forgot to mention this, I think, some of the theories have a sun in the middle of the hollow Earth. I don't know how that works,
A
but
sun?
yeah, there's like a mini sun inside our Earth.
Could that be like the molten ball of lava? Is that the
Maybe.
middle?
Yeah, but they describe it more like a star, actually, like the sun. But also, if you know, stars exert a lot of gravity. I don't think that correlates with what we experience now.
Okay.
So the third thing is the magnetic field of Earth. Scientists, a lot smarter than me, say that for how the Earth is, we need a solid core for the Earth's magnetic field to occur. I don't understand the science behind it, and nor do I expect anybody here listening to. Probably some of the people who say the Earth is hollow probably don't understand it either.
All right.
I don't mean to trash on people, but it's way too complicated for my tiny, hollow brain.
Okay. We'll go back to the hollowness.
The fourth piece of evidence of a non-hollow Earth is volcanic and geological activity. For volcanoes to act the way they do and plate tectonics to occur, the Earth cannot exert that pressure if the Earth is hollow. The processes occur because of the radioactive decay of the material within the hollow Earth. Or it could be the radioactive decay of the advanced people of the hollow Earth. But yeah, it just doesn't work out. And so the last one is satellite and space exploration information. So satellites have not found these alleged openings at either of the poles. They have also determined from gravitational data from satellites and other stuff we've put in space that the second reason gravity is confirmed here as well. Also, Teet's explanation for that one, space is not something we could achieve in the way that we currently do under his theory.
Okay.
So those are the explanations. Side thing, there's actually a Hollow Earth Institute currently that's on the internet. I didn't cite them as a source because they didn't really get any information. But there also is a Hollow Earth Institute out there if you want to understand it better. So, in conclusion, for centuries, tales of the Hollow Earth have been told from starting with mythologies to scientific theories to even Nazis. So some speculate there is multiple hollow Earths inside the Earth and in our sun, or that we all are already inside the hollow planet, or the hollow universe, or whatever he describes it as. Claims arise of Nazis and Admiral Byrd venturing into the Earth and encountering the advanced people of Agartha. Do they exist? Or are there aliens, like the reptilians within our Earth, that harvest human babies? Well, some claim a race of giants exists down there. But, on the other hand, multiple recorded scientific data conflicts with the idea of a hollow Earth. So, Sagae, because I misspelled your name apparently, how does it not give me a red squiggly line for SGAE? So, Sage, where do you stand on this?
Um, hmm. I definitely don't agree with the theory that it's a inside-out sphere. I just
Well,
don't think the evidence lies with that. Do I think all the Nazis are down there? No. Do I think it's possible that this could exist? Maybe. I'd like to believe it so that we can, like, believe in whatever we want. And, like, Kong, right? His thing. But, I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible. We literally can never know. I just think that there's too much in the world and in the universe for us to ever know anything to its full extent. So, I don't know.
okay, that's interesting. I'm going to say the scientific facts are very stacked against this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really stacked against it. Those five I explained, especially the seismic earthquakes and whatnot, that's just it kind of tanks it. I really don't believe in it. I think it's an interesting concept. It's great for science fiction stories, but besides that, I just don't think it's real. So with that, I'm going to get into the pop culture segment. So the Hollow Earth has come up in multiple pieces of media over the years. Multiple authors have made works on it, including Edgar Allan Poe and Jules Verne. The most famous is Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. This was later adapted to a movie, which was okay in my opinion. I remember seeing it as a kid with my mom and sister. If you've been keeping up with kaiju movies lately, the Hollow Earth is prevalent in the Godzilla and Kong monsterverse. It is featured heavily in Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla X Kong. It takes the sun in the center and the concave surface approach of inside the Earth, and they do show that gravity would be kind of wonky and crazy in there.
Yeah.
So this is the Earth, Hollow Earth you're familiar with all the monsters in it.
Yeah, although I'm gotta be honest that it's been a very long time since I've seen that movie, so I
You
really.
saw it just under a year ago when it came out.
Oh, Kong?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Journey to the Center of the
No,
Earth.
no, no. I was talking about the Godzilla X Kong.
Oh, that one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's probably. It's so pretty though, but upside down.
Yeah.
It would make me very sick because I have vertigo.
Oh yeah, and some of
So
it
there
was.
was some of it that I couldn't watch. Frank had to like describe it to me because it was making me too sick to try to watch it.
Yeah. So
And the monkeys were mean.
they do show that gravity does get crazy in there, which is something that people will talk about on the realisticness of a Hollow Earth. So Hollow Earth has been presented also in Marvel and DC comics to some extent. Shows like Inside Job on Netflix also poke fun at the Hollow Earth theory, and some games include the Hollow Earth in it. I believe you're familiar with some of the games that have a Hollow Earth ideas to it, Sage.
Mm-hmm.
What game?
What game has Hollow Earth ideas
Yeah,
that I'm supposed to know?
yeah. Oh my god, disappointing. A notable game that has Hollow Earth ideas in it is Gears of War. It's technically not Earth, but same idea with the planet basically being hollow, where the locusts who live down there in their subterranean civilization and what's called the Hollows.
No way.
What? Like the Earth is like kind of hollow with giant worms and
That's
the
fucking
locusts in
cave
it,
systems.
but it goes deep.
So do our cave systems in our Earth.
Yeah, but you know what? Wikipedia cites Gears of War in the Hollow Earth Wikipedia page.
I refuse to believe that. Because that's like thinking Mammoth Cave is a
The Gears,
less.
the Gears of War caves go way deeper than Mammoth caves.
I understand that, but to me that's just cave systems. Is it possible that the Earth is not hollow, and for cave systems to go that deep, I would absolutely think so.
Oh,
Is
it's
it possible that it is hollow? And those cave systems are? Sure. But how were you ever going to think that I was going to guess Gears of War?
because we played 3 of them together.
And you think I was going to make the connection
Yeah, I hope
to the
so.
giant cave systems?
I'm hoping so. You had to watch Dom died. And
Dumb
you had
die.
to, yeah, you had to watch Dom die. You had to watch him kill his own wife in the Hollow Earth.
Just a cave system.
Okay, so then I'll move on then. Lastly, there's even a Dungeons and Dragons Hollow Earth campaign set. So that's all I have for pop culture. So Sage, let's get your rating for this. How many Hollow Earth monuments in Hamilton, Ohio, out of 10 do you rate this theory?
10 being it's real,
Yeah.
0 being it's not. I don't know, 4 or 5.
I rate it 2 Hollow Earth monuments in Hamilton, Ohio,
I
out of
want
10.
to believe that it is possible for something like this to be real.
Yeah, I know.
Because it gives credence to the fact that Santa might be real. Because where the hell is his facility?
Maybe he is in the North Pole, but he's in Agartha.
Maybe the elves are actually just the people that live in the Hollow Earth. Not the Nazis.
Goodness. Imagine Admiral Byrd is flown into Agartha and he's presented with a bunch of elves dressed in green, and then they're lined up, and Kris Kringle comes walking towards them all dressed in red, like, "Welcome, Admiral Byrd, my surface world man. I am the leader of the Agarthans, Kris Kringle."
I was thinking of the I hope that somebody else gets this reference. There's got to be someone. The sexy Santa commercial for like Capital One or whatever the card is.
Oh my god, I know
That's
what
who
you're
it
talking
is.
about. That's who the leader of the Agarthans is.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. So I think that's going to be it then for today. Normal
Okay.
sign off stuff. If you enjoy the podcast, keep coming back listening. Tell your friends about it, family too. Every listen matters. We appreciate every single one of you. If you keep coming back and listening, that's great. Rate, review, subscribe. Um, Follow on whatever you can on whatever platform you listen on. Every single listen and rate and review matters. It helps us out big time. I appreciate every little bit we get, and so does Sage. She appreciates it too. We have been starting to see some of that growth and really appreciate it, especially on the Instagram, because I'll pivot to our socials, our X that we don't really use, and our Instagram that we do use. So go follow us on those. Leave likes and comments on our posts on Instagram. I will be sharing these conventions or these festivals and whatnot coming up on the Instagram. So if you're interested in them, that's where you can check them out. And that being said, I think that's all I have for today then. And also, actually, side note, because the LA fires are going on, if you guys know any way to contribute and help the people in need, I would say go for it. We just don't have the platform to really boost a certain charity to a certain level, but I highly recommend, if you have the chance, try a way to help out, whether that's spreading awareness or donating.
If you're in the area, there's a bunch of different drop-off locations for donations. They're accepting anything that people could be using, clothes. I saw people dropping off like stuffed animals for kids, any kind of body hygiene, anything like that. This is the time that if you need to go through your closet, get rid of things you know you're not going to wear, that you can take to them. Don't be donating stupid shit. Like, saw someone who was like trying to donate bikinis. That's not helpful right now, but anything you can do to, help out that way. They need definitely more money too for making sure that they can run the planes that are dropping the fire retardant and the water down.
Yep, and for the one LA listener we have, we hope you are safe.
Yep, and anybody else who happens to trickle here or knows, trickle here from LA or knows anyone who lives in the areas that are affected, or even, in California as a whole, we're thinking about you.
All right. So, Sage, are you ready to sign off?
We are.
All right, so here we go. Remember
to look for
the unknown,
the unsolved,
and the unseen.
Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.